Hey everybody, welcome to our year-end edition of Wheel of Albums. What we're going to do on this episode is take a look back at 2025 at the 46 albums that we reviewed. We're going to give you favorite albums, our percentage of albums of the ones that we thought were deemed by Robert Dimery, or Dimery, as he put in his book, 1001 Albums You Must Hear Before You Die. I'm going to let you know how many I, Jack, and Adam thought were actually albums you must hear before you die. And then on top of that, we're also going to give our 3 favorite albums and our least 3 favorite albums according to the number chart that Adam does for it. First, before all that, we're going to take a look back at Season 2. We love the tier-making thing. And what we've decided to do is do a little fun with the tier-making thing. All of us are going to look at the 22 albums that we did and give you the tier of where we thought these albums deserve to be. I'm going to go ahead and get things started right now. All right, let's start things off with our first album of Season 2, which was Big Star's #1 record. This is a very #1 record. I'm going to put it just below Essential. I'm going to say it's enjoyable for all. Everybody should listen to that album at some point. Palo Congo, it's not the easiest listen, but it does have some high points to it. And also, it's like I said, it's not the easiest listen for everybody. I put it in that category right there. Sigur Rós, Agitus Berian. This is essential listening for anybody who wants to go on a journey to Iceland and go scale some mountains and ice things. This next one, it's tough for me. I left feeling that it was really good, to a point where I did say, yeah, you should listen to this before you die. It's lower, though, because I don't know when I would ever go back and listen to Tubular Bells. The same with Travis, for different reasons. I'm surprised this album was in this. So it was a good listen, but maybe not the most solid album that we spun this season. Led Zeppelin 3, I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. I've heard it before. I'm going to put it in the enjoyable for all. I would go back and listen to this in a heartbeat. Then we had a string of albums that just, rockin', sock'em, Velvet Underground and Nico, A Love Supreme, Something Else by the Kinks, Black Saint and the Sinner Lady. This is the first time I ever listened to that, and Electric Ladyland. Those were like 5 home runs in a row. That's been my favorite streak, I think, this whole season as far as albums go. All those albums are essential, I think, to listen to. For some, Close to the Edge by Yes, probably very enjoyable. For me, I think I'd rather listen to the albums that came before it, so I'm going to put it in the solid for some category. Wonderful Rainbow. This was not the easiest album to listen to. I'm sure it's got its fans out there, but for 1001 albums you must hear before you die, it's a no. And then I'm going to put Forever Changes up with that group, The Essential. Really enjoy Forever Changes, one of my favorite albums this season. I think What's the Story of Morning Glory is enjoyable for all. There's a lot of Oasis haters out there. Sorry, I'm not one of them. I also like Blur, too, because they were in Season 1. So by Peter Gabriel, I'm going to say it's solid for some. It was not one of my favorite spins of the season, and I'm not going to say it went higher or lower than its expectations going into it. Slippery When Wet. I'm not going to say it's at the bottom of the heap for me, but I'm going to say it's low for reasons. For beyond the 3 singles, there's some head scratching moments on Slippery When Wet. Back at the Chicken Shack can go down there too. You know what? Let's not. I'm going to bring Back at the Chicken Shack up. It does not belong in that group there. We're going to put it in solid for some. I think it's an enjoyable listen. If not for great jazz, just to hear the organ in a jazz setting, I think it's pretty good. Oh, man. This Everly Brothers album was enjoyable for me. It's a lot of good songs. We're going to put it in enjoyable for all. I think if you put this on, you can't go wrong with it. Tapestry is one of the best of all time. I think it's essential listening to. Anthrax, I enjoyed more than I thought. I'm going to say it's solid for some. I don't think that it would be on a lot of people's list for the 1001 albums you must hear before you die, but if you like the 80s and metal, I think that's a good spot for that. And I think we put Springsteen in that same spot too, just because we know he's got some better albums, but The Rising was an enjoyable listen. So that would be where I would put these albums on a tier maker. Sorry to Wonderful Rainbow, and those at the top are albums I own all of those except for Mingus, which I guess I should probably get a copy of at some point. All right, we're going to go to our graphic artist, Sydney, because she also took part this season, and she wants to share some of her memories from the past season and where she put these albums on the tier maker.
I'm just going to keep going with my gut. Okay, now on this one, it looks like there's a big and a star, and I like that, so we're going to put it at good. And then this is the Congo one. I remember this one because I was putting on the Congo music and it was like anyway, this is ass because it's amazing. I don't like this cover. Oh yes! Metal bells! Glockenspiel. This is amazing. And I don't know what that is. We're gonna put that there. That's Led Zeppelin with the tangerine one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm good. It's good. I remember it. I remember tangerine. It was cooking. And then we got the bananas. We're gonna put bananas are good. Bananas are good. Some random guy on the cover. I don't know who that is. We're gonna put he's mid. Then we got the Kinks. That was not that good. And then we got the Mingus. Mingus, yeah, Mingus. Mid. And then this cover was scary. Looks he's burning in flames. Choose to. I don't know what that is. I also don't know. It's like a ripped rainbow. That's kind of sad. We're gonna put this trash. And then we have the like face with the heart or whatever. It's good. I don't know what that is. I don't know what you are. You're going in trash. And then slippery when wet is obviously amazing. So we're gonna put that all the way at the top. And this is the Chicken Shack one. Or maybe it's not. Is there a Chicken Shack one? Which one's the Chicken Shack one? This is the Chicken Shack one? Okay, I was right. This is definitely amazing. Good. The Everly Brothers sounds like a bad TV show. Oh yes, this tapestry goes like at the top of amazing. How do I do that? It's not working. Okay, well, just pretend like it's at the top of amazing. And then I don't know what these are, so we're just gonna put them in C. Yippee!
All right, thank you for that, Sydney. Let's send it over to Adam. Adam, where are you putting these albums on the tier maker?
The Wheel of Albums Season 2 from Adam's perspective. So we're going to start off with Big Star and number one record, giving that an A, quintessential power pop album experience. Next up, we got Palo Congo by Sabu. I'm going to give that a C for, decent album. If you're eating a Cuban sandwich, you need to listen. So, you got that. Next up, we got A Jedis Burjin by Sugar Rose. We're going to give that a B. Not going to say I understand it completely. I get why it's on the list, and I get the appeal. So, there you go, Sugar Rose. And then we got Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. We're going to give that a B as well. It was one of my least favorite listens of the year, but it does belong on the list because, it's a classic for what it is. So you got that. Next, Travis, The Man Who. While it was one of my favorite and most highly ranked albums of the year, I'm giving it a D. It doesn't deserve to be on the list. Many other better Britpop albums to listen to. So you're getting a D, Travis. Next up, Led Zeppelin 3. I am giving that an S. It is the odd Led Zeppelin sibling that you must hear. And we'll go from there. So next up, Velvet Underground, giving it an S as well. It's superior. There's a lot to take in on that one, and it's a classic for a reason, so you should check that one out for sure. A Love Supreme, I'm giving an A. Quintessential, perfect jazz album. I enjoyed diving deeper into finding out the inspiration behind that one and really enjoyed that jazz album. So you got that. Next up, Something Else by the Kinks. I'm going to give it an A. It's British to the core. It's a needed listen if you want to get more into the Kinks and understand them a little bit better. Next up, Charles Mingus, the Black Saint and Sinner Lady, one of our highest ranked albums of the season. We got to give Charles Mingus, the Brooding Master, as much love as we can. So I'm giving it a superior. It's a must listen as far as I'm concerned. So moving on, Electric Ladyland, going to give an A to that. It dips down from an S because it's just far too long. And even though there's classic songs on there, we're going to go with an S, or with an A rating for that one. All right, moving on. Close to the Edge by Yes. Going to give it a B. And it's an important Yes album. It's not one you're going to consistently go back to, but I understand again why it's on the list and should do that. One that I don't understand why it's on the list is Wonderful Rainbow by Lightning Bolt, and I just don't get it, and I don't understand why Demery did that to us. So moving on from that one, we got Forever Changes by Love, and Forever Changes not going to get a C. It's going to get a S. So it's going to get an S. It's superior. Probably my favorite listen of the year. So we've got that. Moving on, Oasis, given that an S as well. It is a British Britpop masterpiece that you need to listen to. So I'm going to give an A to, and Peter Gabriel. So good, a lot of really great songs, but it dips down a little bit. All right, Bon Jovi. When we originally spun it, I would have given it an S, but I'm going to give it a B. I still have a lot of questions, John Bon Jovi. It's deserving for its hair metal importance. We'll leave it at that. Moving on, back to the Chicken Shack. We've got given it a C. We had a lot of jazz albums. It was good. I liked his Hammond B3 organ, but it just didn't rank to the tier-like realms of Charles Mingus and John Coltrane. So you got that. And then A Date with the Everly Brothers. I am going to give that a score of a B as well. It's a good listen. It's got some really great songs on it. The boys need to be on the list. The dad, not so much. Carole King, on the other hand, definitely needs to go into that S column. I love you, Carole. The songs are fantastic. It's a must listen. And then Anthrax as well, I'm going to give a B2 for Anthrax. And it's the Anthrax album you need to hear. If you want to have fun with thrash metal, that's your go-to. I'm glad it was on the list. And then last but not least, I'm going to Rising by Bruce Springsteen as an A. And I'm going to give that to him because, not that it's a top 5 Springsteen album, but because of its importance with 9/11. That's my list. Looking forward to seeing what Justin and Jack come up with. And thank you guys. It's been a great season.
Hey, thanks for that, Adam. All right, Jack, what do you got for your Tier Maker Season 2?
Had the season off with Big Star, and initially let's go with Big Star as an A. Let's see, here's an easy one, Sigur Rós, D. You are not scratching my itch, you Swedish trolls. Or Icelanders, I forget at this point. Tubular Bells, B, because it makes me think of The Exorcist. Led Zepp, you gotta go A. Come on. Velvet Underground will be them. Coltrane B. Kinks B. Am I allowed to make this many in the B's? Kinks, had some good tunes there, and that ended up being a good cast. So I'm going both cast and album. Mingus, that was such a pleasant surprise. I gotta go A. Ladyland, A. The Yes album, that was kind of disappointing. I'm going C. Love, another pleasant surprise, A. Peter Gabriel, So, that's an A. It has the hits, just like Hills. That was that noise rock trash. D. Oasis, let's put them in the C category, even though that is going to get a lot of hate and flack. Everly Brothers, B. Chicken Shack, C. Anthrax, that's an easy one, A. Springsteen, The Rising, C. Tapestry. Tapestry's an A. Bon Jovi, C. Travis, get into the bottom, Travis. Sabu. You're better than Travis, but you're not making the cut. Now let's move on to the next thing where we're taking the A's and what goes legendary. We're going to go Anthrax. We're going to go Led Zepp. And we'll go Peter Gabriel So that is it. Final answer. I don't know what to talk about much of the things other than this was a fun year, and I think we have more good albums than bad. Tune in next year or next season for Wheel of Albums.
All right, that is our fair assessments of what we tier make for these season 2 albums. Now, we did season 1 in the first half of 2025, and as a year ender here, we're just going to take a quick look at the stats as far as season 1 and season 2, all of 2025. Let's start with this. What amount of albums did we think Robert Dimery got right in his book out of the 46 albums that we got? I was the highest. I said 30 of the 46 albums we listened to deserve to be in the 1001 albums you must hear before you die. Jack was at 50% with 23 of 46 albums, and then Adam was at 28 of 46 albums. So we're on the high end to the mid to high end as far as that. We'll see if that trend continues in 2026. All right, when you look at our 3 favorite albums combined, season 1 and season 2 of all of 2025, our favorite album was British Steel by Judas Priest, when you break down the numbers. Second favorite, Forever Changes by Love. And our third album that we like the most that we listened to by the numbers, What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis. Individually, we take a look at Adam's favorite albums. And his favorite of 2025 by the numbers was Love, Forever Changes. His number 2, What's the Story, Morning Glory by Oasis. And Adam's third favorite, back in season 1, was Transformer by Mr. Lou Reed. And we look at what my favorite albums were that we listened to in season 1 and season 2. I got David Bowie's Low as my favorite. And I tell you, the Howboys really powered up Forever Changes and What's the Story, Morning Glories. That was my number 2 and number 3 for 2025, seasons 1, season 2. We look at Jack's 3 favorite albums. His favorite rated by the numbers was The Black Saint and the Sinner Lady by Charles Mingus. From season 1, his second favorite album was Vulgar Display of Power by Pantera. That one gets him pumped up. And then the third, from season 2, Led Zeppelin 3 by Led Zeppelin. Now that we focused on the good, let's focus on what we thought was bad. Jack's Basement albums. White Ladder, he ranked his lowest numerically from David Gray. That was in season 1. Also from season 1, Boy in the Corner by Dizzy Rascal. And then his third Basement album would be Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. All 3 of those are great episodes. If you get a chance and you're listening, go back and listen to what we thought of those albums. Numerically, I stand behind all 3 of these albums being at the bottom, especially my number 1, Black Metal by Venom, was awful. And I hope I never have to hear that again. Paulo Congo, didn't really dig that one either. That was my second Basement album. Wonderful Rainbow by Lightning Bolt is my third Basement album. All deservedly so. Finally, Adam's Basement albums, 2025. For the Wheel of Albums, he also has Tubular Bells down at the bottom at number 1. He also has number 2, We're Only in It for the Money by Frank Zappa and the Mothers of Invention. And his third Basement album, the same as mine, Wonderful Rainbow by Lightning Bolt. And I tell you, while we're sitting here on this Tubular Bells graphic, let's just bring up our Basement albums combined. Number 3, Basement album Paulo Congo by Sabu. Number 2, Boy in the Corner by Dizzy Rascal. And numerically, our lowest rated album, Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. It's tough to run anywhere and hide when you only got 2 songs on the album. Either you're going to like it or you don't. And that pretty much wraps up our first 2 seasons in 2025. We look at doing the same thing again in 2026 with the season 3 and season 4 split down the middle somewhere in the summer. Thanks to Adam and Jack for doing this with me. I've enjoyed it tremendously. I'd like to thank all of the followers that we have on Spotify and subscribers on YouTube as well. If this is the first time listening, feel free to go back and listen to some of our episodes. We've got 46 in the can from this past year, and looking forward to 2026. I can tell you the first 3 albums will be from Echo and the Bunnymen, Soul to Soul, and also the Wu-Tang Clan. And then we'll approach our 50th episode by the end of January as well. For Jack and Adam, I'm Justin. Happy New Year. Talk to you again in 2026. That wraps up 2025 in a nutshell. Thanks, everybody.